Welcome to Raising Wild Hearts. I'm Ryann Watkin, and this is my weekly podcast where I share conversations that matter, soulful talks to help you create a fulfilling life, raise the next generation with patience, presence, and purpose, and stay deeply connected to yourself, to others, and the divine. Around here, we believe we can change the world by starting at home. Let's dive in.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. I am on a little trek in my beachy urban town again. So you're going to hear some sounds of the little beachy city. There's cars and trucks, various vehicles passing by and drawbridges opening and closing. And I really like this way of hanging out with you. If you missed my last walking episode, go check it out. I will link it down in the description. It was a powerful one. But first, let's talk about hustling and doing and proving, striving, pushing. Does that sound familiar to any of you? For a really long time, I pushed and pummeled everything out of my way to get what I thought that I wanted. And whenever I operate from pushing, striving, hustling, proving, I've noticed that when I got to the finish line, it was really fucking empty. I made a goal and hit that goal. Why would I be standing at the top of that mountain unfulfilled? You think like, wait a minute, okay, if I set a goal and I go through the motions and go through the steps and hit that goal, I'm going to be happy, right? Like I'm going to feel really proud or like I succeeded. What I've noticed in my life though is that every time I come from a pushing energy, which is basically scarcity energy, it's there's not enough. Oh my God, I'm scared. I'm worried. Whenever I come from that energetic, I get to the top of the mountain and I go, this was all bullshit. What the actual fuck? In those seasons of my life and my business and my relationships, I'm going to tell you what was missing. And that was a mission, a purpose, and really divine instruction from God. And insert your word here, right? Universe, creator, source, whatever it is for you. So divine instructions, like where's this 3-part process printout PDF of our divine instructions, right? Like, okay, all right, Ryann, divine instructions. It's like, join me here for my 27-part how to access your divine instruction masterclass. The truth is, I don't know what your divine instructions are. You've heard me say hundreds of times, I believe we can change the world by starting at home. When I crafted that mission statement for myself, it's like, you know, Jerry Maguire, when he quits his unfulfilling job because he wants to do it a new way, and he stays up all night crafting the memo, right? And everyone's like, oh yeah, Jerry, I saw your memo. And he's like, it's not a memo. It's a mission statement, right? That is the process. The up at night, can't sleep, flowing through you, coming at you, challenging, hard seasons that you walk through so that you can get to the other side and show yourself, look at what I am capable of. And every time you see your potential and what you are capable of, you prove it to yourself, just yourself, not to the world, not to Instagram, not to anybody else, not to your mom or your grandpa, nobody. This is you, babe. We're talking self-trust here. Every time you make a promise to yourself and keep it, that is gold. That's worth more than gold. Self-trust. So the missions are made in the moments between the milestones. So maybe you've written a book or done a talk or made a course or created a really happy home or insert your thing here. Like maybe you've done that thing. And the whole truth of it is that all the grit, all the resilience and the gratitude that goes into your daily life, like on a random Tuesday morning, like whatever you're doing on a random Tuesday morning, show me somebody's Tuesday morning and I'll show you their life. How are you choosing to live your life? What are you choosing to do every single day? What are you choosing not to do every single day? Because what we choose not to do is just as important if not more important than what we choose to do, because what we won't do, what we can't do, what we absolutely do not have time for, what we are absolutely not interested in my house a lot, we say, I'm not interested in this right now. If somebody picks a fight, my husband and I will go, you know what? I'm not interested in fighting with you right now. What you absolutely won't do in your life is a big indicator of how much room you're making for the things that you do want to do, what you say you want to do, who you say you want to be, your highest self. And I want to add in a note here about doing, because it's something that I've been talking about a lot. And I want to make it really, really clear that you are not what you do. You are not your roles. You are not insert any external thing here. You are a soul having a human experience. And yes, you are here to do things. But first, you are here to look inside, to heal all the old shit that's still holding you down, to let go of the limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck, to rise above your perceived limitations. So, sister, when we talk about doing the thing, when we talk about what are we doing on a Tuesday morning, it's not because I want you to subscribe to the hustle culture. It's not because you need to do to prove you are worthy. It's not because you need to be busy to show how great you are. It's because when you do the inner work, when you look within and you get right with your soul, your entire world starts to reflect that back to you. And I know that it all starts in there, babe. And if I was with you right now, I'd be pointing right at your heart. It all starts right there. One of the things I tell my kids mostly every morning before they go to school is pay attention to when your heart smiles or sings. Sometimes I say smiles, sometimes I say sing. Pay attention to when your heart sings, girl, because that is the thing inside of you that will help the external doing, the things on your to-do list. That will help that become aligned and more divine, filled with ease, gratitude, joy. Yes, please. Yes, fucking please. If you're interested in getting in the room with women who are here to do their soul's work, who are lifting each other up, who are being support systems for one another, who are actually the village in real life and in real time, then you can head to raisingwildhearts.com/rise. You'll get on the waiting list for future events. And as a bonus, you're going to get my new free mini video series that I created. And it was so much fun to make. It is bite-sized, but it packs a big punch. So I'm inviting you to head over to raisingwildhearts.com/rise. You know, what I think is really important to add here also is that the thing you might want to be doing or the thing you want to create could be, yes, a business, a brand, a project, something to sell. Sure. This calling could also mean choosing to pull your kids out of school and homeschool them. It was for me a few years back. It could be wanting to quit your corporate career and be a stay-at-home mom, finally. Shout out to all stay-at-home moms and aspiring stay-at-home moms, because I have to tell you, when we first decided, my husband and I, that I would stay home with our first child 11 plus years ago, we were doing this like penny to penny budget of, okay, we don't know how we're going to make this work, but we will. And we trusted. We followed that divine guidance. And months later, my husband got a new job, doubled his salary while I was still pregnant. So the more we follow this divine instruction and go towards the North Star, that is when the things start to unfold. So it's kind of like leap and the net will appear. And there's a lot of trust that it involves. And so just know that if you are in this place where you're like, I don't know if I can trust, I want you to know that it starts with your self-trust. It starts with the promises you're keeping to yourself every day, every week, every month, and every year. So I can't wait to see you over there, because it's a video series. You'll get access to the first video when you sign up. And remember, this is doing from a soul-based lens. This is doing your deeper purpose, your deeper inner work that will help the outer stuff line up. And many of the things that I teach you in the mini series are things that I've done in my own life that have really been there for me to know, like, who the fuck I really am. Because who I really am is not just a mom trying to get through another weekday, even though sometimes it sure feels like that. We can get really caught up in the roles that we have and all the responsibilities that, yeah, we have. Like, we live here on earth. Of course, we have shit we need to do. But the more we remember, do you hear the birds singing? The birds are like, yeah, remember? The more we remember who are, we step into purpose and alignment with more ease. Love walking side by side with you, even if it is right now, just virtually. And I hope we get to meet at a future in-person event. And I can't wait to see what unfolds for you.
All right, that's it for today. As always, thank you for being here. And remember, changing the world starts in the small and soulful, the quiet and the mundane, around the dinner table, on walks, and most importantly, inside your own heart. Make sure you're following the podcast or subscribed on YouTube. And if you feel inspired right now, send the link to this episode with someone who needs some inspiration. If you haven't yet, leave a 5-star review with some words about why you love Raising Wild Hearts. And until next time, friend, go love someone well.